Monaco, a tiny sovereign city-state on the French Riviera, famous not just for its stunning Mediterranean views, but as the absolute playground of the world's wealthiest. In Monaco, luxury isn't a lifestyle, it's the law of the land. This is where billionaires park their super yachts, where royalty walks casually through the streets, and where fortunes are made and spent in a single day. But what would it really be like to live here like a king, even for just 24 hours? Let's step into the golden world of Monaco's elite and discover how one day can cost as much as an average person's yearly salary or more. The morning begins, as it does for Monaco's wealthiest, with the sound of silence, because you're waking up not in a hotel room, but in a private suite at the Hotel de Paris Monte-Carlo. This isn't any ordinary room. The Diamond Suite, one of the most exclusive in the world, sits perched high above the Place du Casino, offering panoramic views of the Mediterranean Sea. The suite features private terraces, marble bathrooms with gold fixtures, and original artworks sourced from private collections. Renting this suite for one night costs upwards of $40,000. But for Monaco's true elite, this is simply the cost of waking up. As the morning sun spills onto the blue waters of the Riviera, you step out onto the terrace for breakfast. But in Monaco, breakfast isn't just eggs and toast, it's an experience. A private chef arrives to prepare an ultra-fresh Mediterranean spread, rare caviar from Iran, scrambled eggs with black truffles shaved right at the table, and freshly squeezed juice from citrus fruits grown in private orchards along the coast. A glass of Dom Perignon Rosé before 10 a.m. is not unusual here, and this breakfast could easily cost over $1,000 if served in your suite. After breakfast, it's time to enjoy a uniquely Monegasque tradition, a private yacht cruise along the coast. But not just any yacht. Today's vessel is a 60-meter super yacht equipped with a jacuzzi on deck, an infinity pool, and a helipad. Renting this floating palace for a half-day charter costs around $100,000. And that's before the fuel, crew, and gourmet onboard catering. As you sip rare champagne and glide past the cliffs of Aix and Cap Ferrat, you realize this is the way the global elite view the Riviera, not from behind a car window, but from the deck of a private sea fortress. Returning to shore, you can't visit Monaco without a taste of the world's most expensive cars. A short stroll takes you to one of Monte Carlo's private exotic car clubs, where Bugattis, Pagani Huayras, and bespoke Rolls-Royce Phantoms sit waiting. For a price of around $10,000 per day, you can rent a brand new Ferrari SF90 Stradale. Monaco's streets practically demand it. Sliding behind the wheel, you drive down the Grand Prix circuit itself, hairpin turns and all, feeling what Formula One legends like Ayrton Senna and Lewis Hamilton once did. Here, this isn't showing off. It's the norm. It's now nearing lunch, and in Monaco, lunch isn't grabbed in a rush. You head to La Louis XV, Alain Ducasse's legendary 3 Michelin-starred restaurant located inside the Hotel de Paris. The menu here is pure French Riviera perfection. Blue lobster from Brittany, Mediterranean sea bass wrapped in local vegetables, rare olive oils pressed in secret groves. A full tasting menu with wine pairings can reach $2,000 per person. But the cost is beside the point. Dining here is about entering an elite culinary world where every ingredient is rare, every plate is an artwork, and every bite is history. Heads of state, Hollywood legends, and billionaires have all sat at these tables. After this unforgettable lunch, the afternoon is perfect for indulging in Monaco's most exclusive pastime, private shopping. But forget the usual designer boutiques. Today's appointment is at a hidden atelier that only serves the ultra-rich. Behind discreet doors on Avenue de Monte-Carlo, you meet with a private jewelry designer who creates one-off pieces for royalty and celebrities. You browse necklaces worth $5 million, diamond rings designed for European duchesses, and watches never offered to the public. Custom commissions start at $500,000 and require 6 months of work. But if you want a piece to wear tonight, they have ready options too, starting at $1 million. Next, it's time for relaxation the Monaco way. You arrive at the Thermes Marins Monte Carlo, the most advanced private wellness spa in Europe. for a few $1,000s, you can enjoy experimental anti-aging treatments, cryotherapy chambers, and oxygen therapy rarely offered outside secret medical clinics. VIP guests, including Gulf royals and Fortune 500 CEOs, swear by these treatments to stay youthful and stress-free. An exclusive full-body gold facial, infused with 24-karat flakes, is on the menu today. Your skin will shimmer like polished metal after this $5,000 session. Feeling fully rejuvenated, you return to the suite to change for the evening. In Monaco, fashion is not casual, it's performance. For dinner, your custom-fitted Brioni tuxedo or dire haute couture dress, freshly delivered by your personal stylist, awaits. Jewelry chosen from your earlier appointment gleams under the suite's crystal lighting. Then, a Rolls-Royce Phantom arrives to take you to the grandest evening event in Monaco, the Casino de Monte-Carlo Gala. This is not your average opera night, held in the breathtaking Salle Garnier. Designed by the same architect as the Paris Opera House, tonight's performance is private. Only invited aristocrats, CEOs, and old money families attend. You are ushered to a royal box seat where you sip rare Armagnac and enjoy the music of the world's top symphony orchestra. The cost for such exclusivity? Impossible to price because tickets for this event are never sold. They are inherited, traded among Monaco's elite families, or gifted by the royal palace. After the opera, the night is still young. You are chauffeured to the Casino de Monte-Carlo, the most legendary gambling house on earth. But unlike the tourists who crowd the main floor, you head to the Salon Privé, the ultra-secret room reserved for the world's biggest whales. Entry requires a bank statement proving you have over $10 million ready to gamble. Here, the stakes are life-changing. $500,000 on a single spin of roulette, $1 million hands at baccarat. The champagne flows, tuxedos glimmer, and fortunes are made or lost in minutes. One round at this table could cover an entire family's living expenses for decades, and it's just casual entertainment here. Eventually, the sun begins to rise over the Mediterranean. Your 24 hours living like a king in Monaco come to an end, but not before one last luxury. You visit the prince's private rose gardens for a quiet morning stroll, an area usually closed to the public but accessible to Monaco's highest circles. Surrounded by rare roses from Persia and the Himalayas, you reflect on a day most people could only dream of, a life where time, money, and limits simply do not exist. But this life, while dazzling, is not without its unspoken rules. In Monaco, appearances are everything. Discretion is expected. You won't see loud celebrities or careless displays of wealth here. Even the billionaires drive in silence, wear understated watches worth millions, and avoid social media at all costs. Privacy, safety, and respect are what separate Monaco's elite from the flashier rich seen elsewhere. That's what makes this kingdom of luxury feel almost timeless, untouched by the noise of the outside world. For those who dream of such a life, Monaco offers both inspiration and an untouchable distance. The cost to live even a single day like this is staggering. Estimates suggest a true king for a day experience in Monaco costs no less than $1 million and could easily reach $5 million depending on how far you go. But for the ultra-wealthy who live here full-time, this is not indulgence. It is simply normal life. And so your day as a king ends, not with regret, but with awe. Monaco is not just the land of luxury. It is a carefully crafted universe where only a chosen few can enter, where every street hides a secret, every doorway a fortune, every face a story of old money or new empire. It is not for everyone, and that is exactly the point. This is a kingdom built on rarity, privacy, and power. One day in Monaco is unforgettable, but for those who live here every day, the billionaires, the royals, the Hares and Harrises, it's simply Monday.